I'm going to say point blank, the Giants did something right today. And I'm actually proud as a Giants fan they did it because they didn't have to do this. Unless there was something behind the scenes going on where somebody's causing trouble we didn't we're aware about. But Dexter Lawrence got incentives added onto his contract. So the details are a little bit vague. It's $3 million in incentives that were added to his current contract for this year. We don't know what those incentives are. They haven't been made public, at least that I've seen anywhere, and I did my damnedest to look for you guys. If I had to guess, it's probably, the simple things that most people have, like playing in so many games, getting so many sacks, getting into the Pro Bowl, getting into All Pro, that kind of stuff. It may be a team incentive as well. That's the usual kind of stuff that you get there. But prior to this, he was the 10th highest average annual salary amongst all defensive tackles in the NFL. Now, those of y'all who watch on a regular basis, we say always, he is the best damn defensive tackle in the NFL. So imagine for a second being the best at your position. And I don't think anybody would rank him lower than 2. Chris Jones, like we said before, is probably the only guy you probably put in that conversation.
Which is reasonable.
Yeah, like I said, it's a reasonable conversation. We said it before. But imagine being the best at your position and being paid 10th highest. I mean, there's 9 people worse than you getting paid more than you. That's a little crazy. So now I will say this because I see you guys talking about it in the chat. Wilkins did get released by the Raiders today. He, I believe, was higher than Dexter Lawrence on this list as we're setting up the episodes when I saw about this. There's also, though, an issue with him injury-wise. So those guys are best friends. So I see some of you guys already kind of suggesting that maybe, the Giants might be interested in him. My understanding was there was an issue with an injury, and that's why the Raiders released him. So again, I don't pretend to be a guy who's up on everything with the Raiders, but it was a 4-year, $110 million contract. He's been dealing with a serious foot injury, as they're calling it. And he's only appeared in 5 games last season. So, and if they cut him, guys, I'm telling you right now, he is not playing anytime soon, as Jay says there, 100%. There's going to be a legal fight over this even because he thinks it's something they did that is out of legal realms, I guess is the best way to put it there. They're basically saying that Wilkins didn't comply with his rehab plan, which would potentially avoid $8 million in their salary, another 25.5 in the salary next year. So there's going to be a legal battle on this one. But you don't cut a guy with that kind of money still guaranteed in his contract unless you know something. So listen, I don't think Wilkins is coming to the Giants anytime soon. I don't think he's coming to anybody anytime soon, to be very frank, except for a rehab center near you. Like that.
There's a lot in Jersey, so
yeah, that's probably where he's going to be. So, but again, he was on this list prior to that, so I guess Dexter Lawrence is technically bumped up to number 9. If he makes all his incentives, and again, we don't know what they are, so who knows how easy they are to go ahead and get, it would put him up to the 4th highest. Chris Jones, we talked about him before, our number 2 overall defensive tackle. Some people would kind of, jockey position with him and Dexter Lawrence. $31.75 million per year is what he gets paid. $4 million higher than even number 2 on the list. So, to give you an idea of what the ceiling is there. But imagine being paid $22 million a year as Dexter Lawrence is, which, we'd be very frank, not a little amount of money. He's not hurting anytime soon. I don't want to make it seem like that. But I also support players saying they should make as much money as they can because those guys literally put their bodies on the line. And quite frankly, the owners and everything make a ton of money, and the NFL Players Association is probably the weakest union in the entire, Major League Sports world.
Media.
Yeah, like it really is. It's sad. But imagine making $22 million and having all offseason the conversation of who's better, you or Chris Jones, and knowing he's making $10 million a year more than you. That could be frustrating. I could see how that could be frustrating. So I will say this, though. Again, the Giants paid him, though, after one good season, which was them taking a risk on their part. So I can play both sides of that conversation because I can understand both sides of that conversation. But yeah, I can understand where Dexter Lawrence would potentially want some more money. And obviously they did this in conjunction with his people, his agents and all those kind of, guys there in his corner. So I'm going to say it's a classy thing by everybody because Dexter Lawrence has set everything up front nicely. He was asked just a couple of days ago to his contract. He says, I do what I do. It's going to take care of itself. I mean, right now I just want to win. I know if I do that and I just keep being who I am, it's all going to take care of itself. And that's all I can do. I'm just going to handle my business. So that was just a nice way of saying, yeah, I wouldn't mind some extra money, but I'm not going to cause a scene over it.
Yeah.
So
it was almost a picture perfect answer.
Yeah, like he did the classy move. The Giants did the classy move. We don't know what happened behind the scenes, obviously, but in public, classiness all around. So I'm going to give kudos to both sides. They came together. They figured it out. Exactly. Golf clap it up there. So congrats to Dexter Lawrence, who hopefully just got himself a little bit richer. And hopefully that doesn't cause any issues for us cap wise, but I can't imagine it does. We still have plenty of moves we can make to free up cap if really needed to. So, Joe Shane's been kind of stingy about moving money around, and I don't blame him point blank because it's why we have money now every offseason, which we haven't had for years. But now we do because we're not moving around money every single chance we get. So, but
just kicking the can down the road. We're
exactly.
right at that.
So, but like I said, definitely all those interested in NFL content overall, definitely keep an eye on what's going on with Christian Wilkins then, because that's going to be an interesting story. Like lawsuits, all this stuff here. Like I don't know why. I just love the behind the scenes stuff when it comes to NFL stuff. I find it very interesting and very, very fun to watch.
That reality TV and drama.
It really, it's like the TMZ I don't mind watching.
Yeah.
You like it too. It's okay. It's okay.
Thanks for watching. Like the show? Of course you do, or you would have turned it off by now and not be hearing me. There are plenty of ways to support the show. YouTube is the best place to join us, and we offer memberships there with fun benefits like custom emojis and early access to video clips. Of course, there you can also send super chats and stickers to send one-time support payments. The best way to support the show is to buy these drunk idiots beers at buymeacoffee.com/2giantgoofballs. Along with one-time support payments, there are also monthly plans, so you can continue to help kill their livers each month. You can also show people that you are a goofball by visiting our store at 2giantgoofballs-shop.fourthwall.com. We got everything from shirts, hats, phone cases, funny candles, buttons, stickers, and even a 2 Giant Goofballs towel to dry off your goofballs. Of course, you can always support the show for free by simply hitting the like, subscribe, and share button wherever you are watching or listening to this. Hit the thumbs up on YouTube. Leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. It helps the show tremendously, and quite frankly, the goofballs suck at marketing and need your help to get the word out. Thank you for being part of the Goofball Army and for taking the time out to support the show.
If you like that clip, then you will love the full episodes too. Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you. Please subscribe.